Before we go ahead and, dive into this next and final matchup for the show, just want to take another quick time out and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Saturday's MLB baseball action. Happy Saturday to you. Hopefully you guys got a great start to your weekend. Now, before we go ahead and dive into some more free content here, just got to remind you real quick that we are currently 2-0 in our last two daily best play tier package picks on patreon.com/brockpage. And access to that content costs just $1.99. We're also hitting at 67% in our last 19 crowd pleaser teasers on that site as well. We currently have over 795 members signed up and active on that site. And if you want to join them and get in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/brockpage. And moving on, we're going to take a look at the Astros-Rays Game 7. It all comes down to this, 8:37 p.m. Eastern start time. Series all knotted up at 3 games apiece. The Rays are minus $1.25 on the money line. Totals 8 runs. The Astros are plus 105 for an upset win. And if you like Houston to cover the 1.5, they're minus 210 catching the 1.5 on the run line. Looks like we're going to see Lance McCullers on the bump for the Astros here. Charlie Morton for the Rays. And as good as Charlie Morton's been recently, he still has an ERA upwards of 5 for the entire season. 4.74 to be exact, with a suspect 1.40 whip. Not only does this Rays roster lack significant postseason experience, a lot less than this Houston lineup, but they also have lost their last 3 straight after taking a commanding 3-0 lead. They're averaging just 3.5 runs per contest in the series, and they've scored just 3.7 runs per contest in their last 10 head-to-head meetings with Houston. The Rays are also averaging just 7 hits a game within their last 10 meetings with the Astros as well. Now, this Tampa Bay Rays lineup ranks in the top 3 in the league in most strikeouts at the plate, and that's for the entire season. These guys strike out a lot. They're averaging double-digit strikeouts a game. They've also struck out 139 times at the plate in 13 postseason games. They're in the bottom 10 in the league in hits on average per game as well. Tampa's stud outfielder, Brandon Lau, who was unreal in the regular season, had a great year. He's batting just 104 in 48 ABs in the playoffs right now. 16 strikeouts, just 2 ribbies for him. Willie Adams is also batting a measly 139 with 15 Ks and 0 homers. Even Joey Wendell finds himself batting just 222 in the playoffs with 0 extra base hits and only 2 RBI. They are taking on a red-hot Astros team right now who scored 15 runs in their last 3 ball games. Houston strikes out just 7.2 times a game, which is ranking in the top 3 in the league in fewest strikeouts per 9. Houston also ranks in the top 10 in hits on average per game when they bat first. Michael Brantley's got 17 hits in the postseason, 347 postseason batting average with 11 RBI and 10 runs scored. Carlos Correa is also batting 372 with 6 homers and 15 batted in. 35 total bases for Correa in the playoffs here, which currently leads the ball club. And even Jose Altuve just always seems to be on base after a really lackluster regular season. Jose's batting 364 with 11 RBI and 11 walks. Altuve's got a team-leading on-base percentage of .500 in the playoffs. He's also second on the club in total bases with 33. And with a lineup that's been hitting like that, Lance McCullers' 3.93 ERA and a 1.16 whip for the season should be more than enough to get the job done here today. Now, total-wise, this series saw 5 out of its 6 games stay under the posted number. 8 out of these teams' last 10 head-to-head meetings also stayed under the line. Tampa Bay is officially 7-1 to the under in their last 8. Give me the underdog Astros plus 105 and the under 8 runs in that game. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you guys decide to get a package here today on Patreon, just keep in mind, we'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Saturday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/brockpage.